Healthy relationships must have certain things in order to grow and stand the test of time. Just like we need air to breathe, a relationship requires these 8 things in order to survive and thrive for years to come. Without them, you may find a relationship going through a lot of unnecessary heartache and causing each other a lot of pain and suffering, and ultimately ruining the connection that you once had. While all 8 points are extremely important, number 1 on our list is absolutely vital, and your relationship is likely to crash and burn without it. So make sure you stay tuned to find out what this crucial thing is. Plus, coming up, we'll tell you how you can get a free gift, the top 7 man-melting phrases that make men fall for you. This gift is all yours, completely free of charge, so stay tuned to find out how you can get your hands on it. Plus, we'd love it if you could like this video and subscribe to our channel. We load new videos every week with relationship tips and tricks backed by facts. Let's get started on the countdown of the 8 things your relationship must have to survive. Number 8, forgiveness. We've all been hurt before. Whether you felt abandoned as a child, had a friend disappoint you, or a partner betray you, we all go through life having been hurt in some way, shape or form by somebody that we cared about. Author Lewis Smedes once said, "To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that that prisoner was you." Forgiveness is really for you and only you. And why is that? Because forgiveness sets you free and helps you to move on from the pain and toxic negativity that's been holding you back. People often think of forgiveness as a sign of weakness. It can be looked at as if you're allowing or accepting somebody's bad behaviour. But this is not the case. Forgiveness does not mean you think their actions were acceptable. Instead, what it does show is that you have strength and the ability to move on, which is very healthy and admirable. If you hold on to any negative feelings and punish your partner for these actions, you will only be causing harm to the relationship. In fact, studies have shown us that if you can let go and release any ill feelings towards your partner, you have a greater chance of the bond growing and developing. Plus, researchers have also found that forgiveness is great for your own health and well-being and has a positive effect on your intimate relationship with your partner. If you're holding on to pain due to being hurt by your partner, confront these emotions head on. Acknowledge these feelings and know that they are only doing you harm and holding you back in life. Or, if you know that you hurt your partner, then it is important to give a sincere apology. And regardless if it's you or your partner holding on to pain, always make an effort to communicate with each other. Speak clearly about your feelings, listen, and discuss how you can move past it together. Okay, let's move on to number 7, compromise. You won't be able to sail through your relationship and agree on every single thing in life. Compromise is needed in every relationship. It's about finding ways that means not one person is unhappy with each decision, but a choice was made together that both parties can agree on. The important thing to remember is compromise does not mean sacrifice. Here's an example for you. Let's say we have a young married couple who have 2 kids and lead a fairly busy life. We'll call them Amanda and Jerry. Amanda's mother pops in unannounced 3 to 4 times per week, then comes for dinner every Sunday. Jerry is growing more and more tired of these unexpected visits as he feels he has less and less downtime and wants to unwind with his family after each day. Jerry tells his wife that he is sick of it and that her mother cannot come during the week at all and only for Sunday dinner. This only makes Amanda angry, which causes an argument and nothing is resolved. So, what if this couple could voice their concerns? And instead of one person having to sacrifice, they could come to an agreement? Let's take a look at how that could turn out for the couple. Jerry voices how it makes him feel and how he wants to have more time with just his wife and kids. Amanda understands but still wants to see her mother. They decide on what days fit best for visits during the week, and Amanda lets her mother know this. They also plan a family-only night for each Friday where they all spend quality time together with no guests or interruptions. Jerry is happy that he can expect more time during the week without his mother-in-law showing up, and Amanda is happy with the routine and that she still sees her mum often. It's important to compromise because it helps to avoid any unnecessary resentment and conflict. When you can compromise, then everybody wins and no one is left feeling unappreciated or devalued. Number 6, respect. Author Don Miguel Ruiz once said, "Respect is one of the greatest expressions of love." Respect in a relationship means you value your partner, have appreciation for them, and you treat them as your equal. It's caring for them, understanding their feelings, and admiring their abilities. Psychologist Dr. John Gottman says that contempt is one of the biggest predictors of divorce. Contempt is when all the respect is gone from the relationship. You attack your partner and try to put them down and have no regard for their feelings. It's so destructive, and it slowly chips away at the relationship until there's nothing left. You must have mutual respect in order to truly have a loving and healthy relationship. What does respect look like in a relationship? You don't spend your time trying to bring your partner down with negative comments and instead speak in a positive manner. You show you care by encouraging him and celebrating any small wins in life that he may encounter. You always set aside time for him to chat and share your thoughts with each other. You show support whenever he needs it and be there for him when times get tough. And you ask for his opinion and input on small and large matters in your life. When you respect each other, you are helping the friendship, the connection, and the love to grow. It is absolutely needed in every healthy relationship, so if you want yours to stand the test of time, make sure that there is mutual respect. Before we continue, we want to give you a free gift, the top 7 man-melting phrases that make men fall for you. This amazing report is a must-have, and it's all yours completely free of charge. Simply click on the link below in the description to claim your free gift. Okay, next on the list is number 5, healthy communication. Healthy communication is so important. You cannot overcome obstacles, know where you stand, or resolve issues if you do not talk to one another. What does healthy communication look like? It's when a couple can open up with each other, discuss all matters freely, and feel comfortable to talk about all subjects, whether they are good or bad. No one is trying to attack or put the other person down, and instead they verbalise their concerns without any hatred. To ensure you have healthy communication in the relationship, it's actually really simple. You just need to talk to each other. You may have been with your partner for a long time and assume you know what they are thinking or feeling, so you don't bother to address issues when they arise. But you don't. You're not a mind reader. By talking to your partner, you can avoid much bigger arguments and settle any potential confusion and help ease any anger or pain. If you've got something you need to discuss, set aside time to talk when there will be no distractions. Think about what it is you want to say and make sure you're getting the point across without the use of harmful words. And lastly, one of the biggest things you must remember when trying to communicate is to listen. If you can be a great listener, your partner will trust and confide in you more, thus strengthening the relationship. Here are a few tips to make you an excellent listener. 1. Look at your partner when he's speaking to you. 2. Remain focused on the conversation. 3. Have a relaxed and non-defensive posture, e.g. facing him and having your arms and legs uncrossed. And 4. Show interest and refrain from interrupting him when he's speaking. Healthy communication is a skill that you must learn, but is essential in every functioning relationship. Okay, moving on to number 4, space. When you're in love with someone, time apart from your other half may be the last thing that you want, but it's very normal and healthy to have time apart regularly. Doing things separately does not in any way mean that the relationship isn't going well, or that you'd rather not be around them. Having time away from each other can benefit the relationship and help prevent you from silly disagreements if you are constantly in each other's pockets. In fact, researchers have found that couples were happier when they had time apart. A study was conducted with more than 2,000 people. The results found that couples that travelled for their career, which resulted in more time apart, had the happiest marriages. 8 out of 10 people said that they felt their marriage succeeded due to having a break from each other. And on top of that, 75% felt that the regular space meant things were more exciting in the bedroom. We've talked before in another video about our early attachment styles and how these can affect your relationship. Our early attachment style relates to how our experiences and relationships that we had at a young age form who we become in our adult lives. So, if you always had nurturing parents, you would have a secure attachment. However, if you felt rejected or hurt by your parents, you would likely struggle with being clingy in your relationships. So for some, they may enjoy a good balance between spending time with their partner and enjoying their own hobbies, interests, and time alone. But for others, they may struggle to do things outside of the relationship and feel uncomfortable if their partner wants to do things without them. So it's important to remember that when looking at how much space you or your partner like to have, it may differ, and this is normal. It's important to have space and not to feel guilty for wanting it either. Make time for yourself and encourage your partner to do the same. Remind yourself that it is healthy and good for both of you to be apart from time to time. You might be surprised to see a positive change in the relationship by doing so. Next on the list is number 3, intimacy. When someone thinks about intimacy, their mind probably goes directly to sex. But truthfully, there is so much more to intimacy than that. Everyone in a relationship has the desire to be loved by their partner. And intimacy in a relationship shows your partner that they are wanted and a valued part of your life. It's about completely loving someone enough to be able to open up, have a meaningful bond, and connect on a deep level. It's powerful, and it brings two people together. Did you know that being intimate with your partner has been linked to several health benefits? On a physical level, it can improve your immunity, increase your fitness levels, and even help reduce pain due to the endorphins released during sex. But the benefits don't stop there. The psychological benefits include stress relief, further bonding with your partner, increased happiness, and better self-image. There are three main types of intimacy in a relationship. The first is intellectual intimacy. This is when you feel valued in the relationship and you know you can speak freely without being judged. You have your own views and there aren't any consequences if you don't always agree. Next is emotional intimacy. This is where we may vent to our partner after a disappointing day and feel safe to open up and express our fears, hopes, and dreams. You spend quality time together and the chemistry and bond strengthens. And lastly, physical intimacy. This can be by having sex, kissing, massage, and hand-holding. It's all a form of sexual chemistry, and it's showing your partner that they hold a special space in your life and in your heart. Increasing intimacy in your relationship doesn't have to be difficult. You can start by engaging more in conversations. Talk about the little things, like asking more about his work life or his family. Or connect by discussing things such as life goals or telling stories about your past and childhood. You can also increase the small acts of intimacy, such as a quick kiss while making dinner, an extra long hug before leaving for work, or putting your hand on his lap while watching TV. It all counts and it all adds up. Simple tweaks like this can make all the difference to further building the connection and intimacy in the relationship. Do you feel like you and your partner have all three types of relationship intimacy? Tell us in the comments below. Number 2, trust. I think it's almost impossible to go through life and say that no one has ever broken your trust. You don't want to be in a relationship where you're going through their phone because you feel you need to know who they've been speaking to. Or you feel uneasy when they're out with friends and find yourself wondering if they really are where they say they are. Without trust, relationships can become quite dysfunctional. Every moment can end up a struggle and you'll find yourself stuck in the habit of questioning everything. So, how can trust help a relationship to thrive? It helps you to overcome minor issues. It helps you to relax and control your feelings better. It helps you to love your partner more. And it gives you confidence that your relationship will stand the test of time. If you're wanting to build trust in your relationship, try implementing the following. 1. Keep to your word. If you say you're going to do something, then follow through, at least to your best ability. Never make promises that you can't keep. 2. Be honest. If your partner catches you out on a lie often, the trust will slowly diminish. And admit your mistakes rather than trying to cover them up. 3. Show your emotions. Your partner should be someone you can express how you feel, no matter what. Expressing the good and the bad will build trust and show your partner that you trust them with your feelings and emotions. And 4. Be patient. Building trust is a gradual thing and you can't expect it to happen overnight. This insightful quote by Frank Sonnenberg really speaks volumes. Trust is like blood pressure. It's silent, vital to good health, and if it's abused, it can be deadly. Trust isn't earned overnight, but it's such a vital part of any relationship and really sets the groundwork for a healthy and successful partnership. Do your best to trust your partner and show him that you can trust him too. We have made it to number 1 on the list of the 8 things your relationship must have to survive. Do you have any idea what number 1 could be? Let's continue to find out. Number 1, emotional support. Think of emotional support as the building blocks or foundation of the relationship. If you have emotional support from your partner, you will trust them more, feel more connected, and intimacy may improve and increase. So how can you show emotional support? Pay attention, ask questions, and empathize when they are reaching out to you about any issues. And always respect their feelings rather than brushing them off or making them feel small. If there is no emotional support, the relationship can have some nasty and unwanted effects. You can begin to drift apart and end up bottling up the emotions that should have been expressed. This can become very toxic and can definitely cause some serious problems in the relationship. Did you know that lack of emotional support can be detrimental to your mental health? Studies have revealed that couples that receive emotional support from their other half greatly improve the symptoms of depression. So you can see how it's a vital component to any relationship, and it's important that he's there when you need him, and of course that this is reciprocated. Emotional support is important, and it has a strong and positive effect in a relationship. Without it, you will struggle to have a strong bond and run the risk that the relationship will fail sooner or later. That wraps up today's video on the 8 things your relationship must have to survive. Don't forget, you can claim your free gift by clicking the link in the description below. We would love for you to click the like button and subscribe to our channel for the best dating and relationship tips and tricks. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.